that sleep below, to the canyons open wide. Hear the song of gentle morning for the lost and lonesome bride. On the hill and in the valley, where the weeping flowers hide from the song of gentle morning for the lost and lonesome bride. Now he roams through hill and valley, and the canyons open wide, singing songs of gentle morning for his lost and lonesome bride, for his lost and lonesome bride.
I'm gonna let you guys listen to part of one more song so that I can finish eating. But hi, I love you! Alright, I only ate half my breakfast, but I'm not feeling great today, so I'll do my best to take little bites of it as we hang out. How's everybody doing today? What have you guys been up to? MS, hello. Neo, hello. Crimson Surge, Asad. Amazing about the PAX news. Yeah, I was invited a while back. I just, with moving, and I didn't know, like, mentally how I would be. So I was like, I don't know. But I got a round trip bus for like $35, so it's not terribly expensive to... Sky, can you stop being so white? Sky, you are so white. The sky is so white, we must make Lecta so white. I'm not this white, I swear. Anyway. I don't know if this Valyrian tea is doing it for me. I had my tea last night. I lined it up so that I would finish the tea like right at midnight, go right to sleep. And I woke up a couple times throughout the night, and then I like woke up at 7, but I was like, I'm still very tired. Like, I didn't want to get out of bed, so I just laid there with my eyes closed. And then I opened my eyes. Like, I kept laying there with my eyes closed and then opening my eyes and checking my watch to see the time. And closing my eyes again. I think I may have dozed off one of those times, because then I opened my eyes and it was 8:45. And I was like, I gotta get ready for the stream. DJ Decoy, hello. What's up? So what did I do last night? What did I do? I watched a lot of TV. I caught up on Runaways. I started Jessica Jones. I got groceries. Played a little guitar. Probably can't see. Oh, you can just barely see, like here I have a little blister. Like compared to my other finger. I really didn't do much of anything. I just like sat here and watched TV because I was like, eh. I was gonna lay on my couch and read, but I don't know. I was just in the mood to just be so passive. Oh, I'm not on the ground floor. Nor was I outside. I was in bed. Or I was getting ready to be in bed. I'm here. I'm fine. It's happened before, so I just figured everyone would know that I was okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone keeps telling me like, oh, maybe it's fireworks, maybe it's a car backfiring. I'm like, no. These are gunshots. First of all, I've never heard a car backfire in my entire life. I feel like cars ain't that janky. Second of all, it's multiple shots. It's not just one bang. If it was one bang, it could be anything. There are plenty of banging noises that happen outside, but they don't sound the same at all. Like, when I say I heard shots, yes, I could be wrong. However, it's like very sharp, crisp, evenly spaced bangs. And that's usually indicative of gunfire. Whereas, like, I heard a bang this morning, but it was A, just one, and B, like, it sounded more flat and echoey. There's probably someone throwing something in a dumpster. Like, and I've heard plenty of fireworks, and they have a very full, like, boom sound. They're different. Cars can backfire multiple times. Okay, what does it sound like, though? And I doubt that I would be, like, having lived in cities my entire life and never hearing a car backfire, and then suddenly hearing a car backfire 7 times in a row, Neo? Bang, 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 bang. Is that... And then a pause, and then a little bit further away. Bang, bang, bang. And then a pause, and then bang, bang. Is that a car? I'm not gonna pretend like I know what different guns sound like, but it wasn't, like, rapid. It wasn't rapid like that. Like, it would be automatic, I don't think. That's my guess. Alright, let's listen to this. Warning, headphones warning. They're easy. If this is not a Rickroll, I'll be sad. Alright, headphones warning though, because YouTube tends to be loud and I try to catch it and move it. Yeah, it didn't sound like that at all. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it didn't sound like that at all. That sounds like really loud farts. Yeah, that sounds like thump, thump, thump. It does not sound at all the same. That one kind of sounds like a gun. The guy backing up. Alright, so it can sound different, but these were very evenly spaced, and both times, like, because there was the time I heard like the 7 and then the pause, and then further away the 3 and then the pause and the 2. Different. But yeah, they're very like evenly spaced, like controlled, and they sound much more crisp and sharp. Anyway, instead of listening to Asher bark pause, let's get in the game. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's not a car backfiring. I left the video open. I'll watch the rest of it later and see if anything sounds like what I've been hearing, but I also got stopped by someone on the street. The way that he stopped me, I was like, oh shit. So he was on a bike. He was biking down the road, and then I was on the sidewalk, and he like came around and like stopped his bike this way in front of me. And I was like, okay, please don't hit on me. I was like, don't hit on me, please. He didn't. And then I was like, oh, maybe, you know, I've been stopped by a number of homeless people asking if I have any money. Maybe he's just asking if I have any money. Because when he, like, actually looked at me, his face was very, like, friendly and open, and I was like, okay. This is fine. And then he's like, do you do morphine? But I thought I couldn't quite hear him the first time. I was like, something Murphy? And I was like, I don't understand. So I was like, I'm sorry, what? Do you do morphine? I was like, no, I don't. And he looked at me as if he was trying to figure out if I was lying. And he was like, okay. And biked away. I was like, all right. Hey, glad you're fine. Hope to see any of y'all at West come by. 4 fans by fans. Okay. 4 fans by fans. See, have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Yeah, whenever I say I heard shots, unless I give you more information, just assume that I'm just in my apartment. I'm not on the ground floor. If someone's shooting something or someone, it's not going to be me. I'm high up enough that it's not coming over here. Why would you ask? Either because he wanted to sell me some or he wanted to get some. 2 very easy whys. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a good day, Malachi. And I will come by and say hello, for sure. I moved to Portland. And, thank you, Beam. Thanks, Dad! I love writing weird titles and then people come in and respond to the title, and it like takes me a second to remember what the fuck I wrote. It's real good though. I mean, the drugs part doesn't bother me. It's like, I don't do that, so like, if you want to go do that, I don't think it's a good choice, but you're not gonna like, he's not gonna like come up and be like, you do now! Like, jab me with a needle full of morphine. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna forget you even have a head. That's what So I thought about Garrick, because, you know, those are, as we all know, his pain meds. So whenever I had a migraine, he would say, oh, I should just give you, he's joking, obviously. Oh, I should just give you some of my morphine. You'll forget you even have a head. So then I got a giggle out of that. But yeah, I don't mind people doing drugs. Like, if that's what you decide you want to do, that's fine, because I know that they're not going to seek to involve me. They might ask me if I want to buy some, but if I'm like, I don't do that. Like, what are they going to do? Force me to buy some with my $0 that I have? Like, they can't do anything. Most strip clubs per capita? I've read that. I have never been to a strip club. I need to, like, talk to locals and be like, give me the best strip club so that I can go. And experience it. But I don't know what best would entail. Do I mean classiest? Do I mean the most, stuff in proximity to my face? I don't know what that means. You did hear Dukes. It's my text message alert. Rawr. It's funny, me and him were having a pretty serious conversation, this was a few months ago, and there's a little bit of a lull in the conversation. We're both kind of just mulling over what we had said, and then someone texted me and it goes, rawr! Oh, we had a good laugh. But yeah, imagine having a serious conversation, and then imagine it from his perspective, because I'm used to it at this point. I've had this as my text message alert for at least a year. At least a year I've had it like this. So imagine you're having a serious conversation with someone, and suddenly you hear your own voice going, rawr! Like, he knows that I had it, but I think he probably, like, thought I changed it at that point, or forgot. Kind of like how Uncle Travis recorded that ringtone for me like 5 years ago, and every time my phone rings and he hears his voice, he's like, you still have that? I'm like, yes. I'm never getting rid of it. And for those of you curious, it's him saying, madam, your phone is ringing. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so we have 3 quests here. Sounds like GTA. True. Yeah, well, so the first time that I heard the shots, and I was like a little bit freaked out, because I had never, you'd think in Manhattan I would have heard gunshots. I didn't. So I was like Googling aggressively to A, try and see if I was right, and B, see if anyone else had reported it, or like where it was, to see if it was super close to my house. Someone the other day who's like born and raised in Oregon was like, told me that the neighborhood I live in is dicey, was the word used, and I was like, I'm not going to say which neighborhood, because that's doxing myself. But yeah, everyone has different opinions of what is sketchy and what's not. But I was like, this neighborhood's fine, I can handle it. Anyway, so I was like Googling, and apparently there have been like shootings within months of me moving, so I was like, okay. In a D&D neighborhood? Oh. That would be pretty cool. I'd just hang out at the local inn and wait for someone to give me quests. Rick Dagger, how's it going? So I'm trying to figure out how done I am with this game. And what I mean by that is, if you guys have tuned in yesterday or the day before, you'll probably have heard me explaining that I'm frustrated with a lot of the way that I feel railroaded in the game. Because I felt like I had choice and that I had a lot of freedom before that. And then that kind of changed and I feel like I can't do the stuff that I want to do. Is your int below 9? Yay. You can be so innocent sometimes. I feel like you're innocent always. I think that is part of your charm and what makes you such an amazing person. So the thing that intrigues me still about the game are the spires. I want to go find the rest of the spires. Because it's giving me some sort of power. And I want to, like, the lore and stuff with that, the world building involving the spires and magic is really interesting. Now, we received a missive... Uh-oh. Did I just give myself hiccups? Yep. I got rid of them. All the party nuts are gone! No! How will we ever have a party without party nuts? Damn. Also, every time I think of ice cream recently, I've been like, Beam. So I was gonna go get ice cream on Monday, but I got distracted and busy. And then I was thinking of going yesterday, but I wanted the cutie with the sparkly eyes to be there. So I was like, Monday's my best bet for that. Because that's when they were there the last time. Yeah, I have ulterior ice cream motives, okay? And then there's like recycling bins on the street, and they usually have some little like cutesy graphic on it. Sometimes it's donuts, but there was one with an ice cream cone. I was like, oh, Beam. Especially because when you cheered, you used the little ice cream cone and it has the sprinkles. It was very graphically similar to that. It looked like very nearly identical. All right. Sounds like an ice cream triangle. Well, once I'm face to face with the cutie and their eyes are sparkling right into my eyes, I doubt I'll be thinking of much else. I'll just be trying to discern if they're flirting with me. Because, like I mentioned the other day, like, I can't tell anymore. I used to be good at this. Alright, so here's the thing. I want to do these spires, but I don't want to be mucking around with fucking the voices of Narat anymore. Because I can't thwart him properly. Like, that's the only reason I was doing what he wanted me to do, because it was in line with what I wanted to do. Mostly. And then I was hoping to, like, not give the voices of Narat the stuff that they wanted. But the game doesn't let me do that. So we got a missive from Tunon calling us back to... And maybe if one of you knows, I will ask a question and then you'll be free to answer. So Tunin called us back to the Bastard City. I'm assuming that means that the Trial of Archons, is going to... we're going to fulfill that. So yeah, at once, lest I mistake your tardiness for reluctance. And because I don't really want to do shit for the Scarlet Chorus anymore, I don't really want to come do this quest. I don't know if I do this quest. So here's my question, and if you have the answer, feel free to say yes or no. So yes or no, if I go to the Bastard City right now, I'm in Act 2, and I just got a missive from Tunon saying, come back. If I do this quest, does it shut me out of doing the other ones? AKA, getting the spires? If anybody knows, feel free. If not, I think I'll just go to the city, because, like, as much as I'm interested in the spires, like, I don't want to deal with the voices anymore. So, I'm hoping that if I progress the trial quest, that I'll just get rid of them and I can do my own thing. But I don't actually know if that's the case. This might just, like, end the game. Not a WoW fan? Nope. I'm very particular about the MMOs that I like. I did the, like, 2-week trial of WoW in 2007, and it didn't do anything for me. I've watched a little bit of it. Doesn't seem interesting to me. I tried Rift. Didn't like it. I liked Global Ascension? Global Assault. You had jetpacks and you could fly around. I did play some SWTOR. I liked the story for that. Like, that game was fine. It wasn't, like, my favorite thing. I don't know why I liked Global Assault so much. I just found it really satisfying. And then Guild Wars 2 is, like, my #1 MMO that I've tried. I just think everything to do in that game is super fun. And the only reason that I stopped is because... my friends stopped, and also Dota. Status report. Excellent. We await your return. Stilling the storm. Yeah, this is the missive that we think is a bug, because the game didn't actually let me do the thing that this character was talking about, even though I wanted to. I suspected that your cleverness did not end at the use of local customs of abdication. You make no mistake in your estimate of the child's probable import to the Archon of War. Its continued existence illuminates a gap in his armor, regardless of whether he cherishes the child or resents it. I would warn you to play such games carefully, but you seem to have your eye on the board. Thanks for the vote of confidence, my dude. Guild Wars is good. Yeah, I really liked it. I wanted to play through the story with every... Oh, why is my hand itchy? Can you stop? With every class. And I also wanted to get into role-playing. I don't know, I think stuff just came up, and I didn't have as much time, and I didn't... It's not as fun alone. It's still fun alone, though. Like, that's my mark of a good MMO, is do I have fun playing it by myself? Because you can't rely on your friends for everything. Like, they're just not going to be available every time you want to do something, you know? Alright, let's just get this over with.
You return as summoned, despite the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. The court appreciates your devotion to our good work.
No problem.
It should come as no surprise that your activities are closely monitored. As an extension of Kairos' law in the frontier, your progress is a topic of some interest. I sent you on a mission to bring order to the chaos of this civil war. Not enough time has passed for me to expect any significant progress, but I am curious about your findings all the same. I want to make sure your time outside the court's shadow is being used effectively. The Scarlet Chorus sing of your name across the tiers. You must have taken some brutal measures to earn their interest. No small feat. No matter what terrors you inflict on this fallen realm, that you continue to observe the voices of Nerat. If he has sowed chaos in this campaign, the court would know of it.
Oh, he totally did. I'm happy to be an asset. The Scarlet Chorus are paper soldiers I send into the furnace of war, useful for now. Or I'm happy to be an asset and pull chaos out by the root. I mean, yeah, the less chaos there is, the easier it'll be for me to just be like, I'm gonna go sail a ship, bye.
That is all this court has ever demanded of you. You do well to recall your duties with such exacting precision.
Precision, precision.
You have spent some time on your own recognizance. The efforts of our military and the challenges they face should be no mystery to you. Tell me, are you any closer to determining which of the Archons is at fault for the troubles of this campaign?
Voices of Nerat. I'm not saying that I don't have enough evidence, because I have so much evidence. And more evidence points to the voices. The last time that we looked at... I wish I could look at the list of stuff. Because Graven Ash has done some stuff that's, like, a little bit sketchy, but, like, the voices... I have evidence of my Prime Twitch use. Bear, thank you so much for being a patron of the Hype for 16 months! I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here's your royal salute! Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well this morning. But yeah, I feel like the voices of Nerat have done way more that goes directly against Kairos. And, like Graven Ash has made missteps. Like, I feel that Graven Ash is not trying to fuck shit up, but he's made some choices that can be seen in a negative light. Voices of Nerat is, like, straight up a fucking traitor, so, yeah.
Interesting. On what grounds do you make this claim?
Ooh, subterfuge. Voices of Nerat gave disfavored battle plans to the stalwart defenders, wanted the forge-bound master taken from Lethian's Crossing. I want to say all this shit. The censor sought to claim the archive for the voices. Under the voices' orders, Harkian Bronze smuggled iron weapons. Oh, we gotta name him? That boy dead. If we do that. I'm gonna see if it'll let me say everything, because I will. The adjudicator weighs your statement with interest. The space between the eyes of his mask narrows, though the change is too gradual for you to follow.
Material evidence is hallowed to the court. I respect your diligence in collecting it, Fatebinder. You bring hope to my ambitions of bringing order to this divisive campaign. Be sure that you remember this and any other evidence you identify when you are called upon to present your findings in a more formal manner. I look forward to
That's
receiving your
Let me
full
tell you the
report.
rest.
I will summon you again at the appropriate time. If there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
Does he do that no matter which thing you say? Like, he only lets you present one piece of evidence at this time?
Will do.
That's an actual question. I'm going to say that assume... If I'm asking questions about specific quests at this point, you can just answer them. I'm kind of like, I trust you guys not to spoil major events and shit. Yeah, but like, I'm cool with some backseating. But I think if I said the subterfuge thing, he's like, that's not hard evidence. Get the dicks out of here. Based on how he phrased the other thing he said. Didn't go back to Tunin after every single quest. He sends a missive summoning us immediately. So I went. And now I don't have a choice. So I have to go try and break the Edict of Stone and get past the... Actually, oh fuck. Shit. Is there a way to stop traveling? Like, cut it out. I wanted to sell stuff. I forgot that my inventories are very full. But yeah, that's why I went back. Because I was going to do all the spires first. Because I didn't know if that was going to end the game.
Human den is noisy. Reeks of piss, sweat, rotting, and death. Do not like place of many humans.
That's quite a gallery of smells you're picking up. Remind me to take you to the mass grave outside the Gates of Judgment.
Why? What is a place called Graves of Judgment?
A terrific sunset over the cloud of flies. I think you'd enjoy yourself.
Alright. Locate Misery, the Crimson Spear. I don't wanna. Who are you? Oh, fuck. Today we bathe in blood and victory. The disfavored lurk and creep in the shadows of tall rocks. I think we don't see them, but we're going to grind them to dust. We'll cleanse the disfavored from these lands, our lands. We'll burn them with scarlet blood before the morrow. Ah, Fatebinder, welcome to Plainsgate. Can't stay to speak. There is war to be waged, unless of course you're joining us. What are you talking about? Come now. Are you saying we don't look at Fatebinder? Clearly, we're a brave and noble war party. He licks a rancid tongue over grayed teeth. We're headed to Jagged Maw to crack a few skulls. Luckily for us, a group of disfavored have holed up in the shrine. It's past due we properly welcomed them into a quick death. He scratches a pustule on the lobe of one ear. To be honest, I'm just excited to rip a few throats out. That does sound like fun. I don't suppose you'll need a few extra bodies to join the mayhem? The more, the merrier, my dearest Fury. He grins, wild and unabashed. So then, can I assume the Fatebinder will be aiding us? Ugh. I feel like the answer has to be yes, because I don't see one that says no. I guess I'll consider it. Be sure that you do, Fatebinder. Be sure that you do. As much as I enjoy conversing with you, I have to set off. My war party's getting antsy. Hoping you join us, Fatebinder. So yeah, that's another... I don't want to help you. I want to try and stop you. Tunin's Fatebinder? Ah, I've seen so many faces recently, it's getting hard to keep track of all of you. Stone Sea villagers. Seems every other day we got new scavengers or artifact hunters or just completely odd folks coming through these parts. It's almost unsettling if you ask me. His eyes linger on Kills shadow for a moment and he sniffs, his face taking a sour look. She inherited Grandma Beastman's stank trail. Yes. And if it isn't one type, it's another. He looks back at you and smiles again, although it doesn't quite reach his eyes. What is other type? Stronger than pathetic human type? She scratches her scarred, hairy teat and grins to show grace in her fangs. Is there anything I can do to help you? Information about the area? What do you know about the spires? Deep in the heart of Beastman territory, there's one. Those are dangerous parts. You best be watching your back out there. He nods solemnly before continuing. The other is surrounded by those rock worshippers where that colossus... Hey, there we go. Shit. Stone Colossus? Yeah, that giant of an Archon. He kept moaning and groaning as he made his way across the land, left destruction in his wake and riled up the beastmen something fierce. I believe he fell near the Dawning Spire? He gives his head a scratch, pondering the situation. Some of the vendors here in town could tell you more. I know they've had some dealings with scavengers from those areas. What are the chorus doing here? Promising to help us with beastmen, take care of the earthquakes. Don't know if that's true. Disfavored. I heard they set up around Cairn's body at Howling Rock. Everyone blames them for the ongoing earthquakes. Okay, bye.
I got it.
We are going to explore the area. Claret the Flayer. We're going to explore the area, and I'm going to see if I can just get to the spires without fucking around with the Disfavored or the Scarlet Chorus. Regards, Fatebinder. Fatebinder, I request your formal adjudication in these proceeds. Surely I'll lose my life if you don't intercede. The dirty refugee kneels, head bowed and greasy hair flung forward as he begs. Shut your fribbling. Is that a real word? Fribbling. I've never heard of it. Fribbling mouth, mummer. The Fatebinder doesn't want to hear from a reeking, shit-caked worm like you. The young man lifts his face in a defiant glare. He is indeed filthy and stinking. His lips dry and cracked, his skin blistered and mud-streaked and peeling, but his frame is slight, his posture rigid, and his hands are remarkably smooth, uncalloused. I will not hold my peace. I have rights under Kairos' peace. The woman rears up the blunt edge of her sword for strike. Two burly, equally dirty refugees rush forward to defend the slighter man, but he stays him with a single raised hand, instead taking the blow harshly across his face. His head whips to the side and he grimaces, spitting blood before he speaks again. Fatebinder, please. Let him speak. She shrugs as she wipes the flat of her blade clean. She sheathes it with an easy, gliding swing and kicks back on her heels. Tried to spare you. It's not entirely clear if her warning is meant for you or the still kneeling refugee. Verb. Fribbled. Fribbling. To act in a foolish or frivolous manner. Trifle. Huh. So the verb would be fribble? Fribble, fribbled, fribbling? He fribbles. We fribble. It's an odd word. The man doesn't wait to find out. His words tumble out rapidly, spurred by both his eagerness and fear now that he's garnered the full weight of your attention. It's true, we're displaced tearsmen. We managed some semblance of survival living in Azure's ruins after the edict. He clenches his fists in the folds of his tattered robes, the discolored remnants of azure silk, to hide his shaking fingers. This gentlewoman and her compatriots in the chorus found us, but we did not resist. We surrendered forthwith and pledged ourselves to Tunon. Don't let them swindle you. The Weasley pricks just want us to ship them along. They know we don't have the manpower nor the resources to send them up the supply routes to Bastard City, so they're hoping to slip off. She widens her stance and tips her chin boldly, standing behind her decision. If they won't pledge themselves to the voices, we've no use for them. Something you want to show me before I make my final ruling? Because you are totally a nobleman. Like, I'm not dumb. For a moment, the young man says nothing. His attendants protest in harried, hushed voices, but again he waves them off. Wondering if I've this. He asks finally, as he dips two fingers behind the collar of his robe and reveals a glimpse of a gnarled, scarred insignia beneath his clavicle. It's the mark of an Azure Royal. The Horde guard leans closer, face scrunched curiously. What's that? It's nothing for you to concern yourself with. She didn't like that, but I don't give a shit. She scowls, irked at being shut out, but she's quick to dismiss it. kicking back once more on her heels. Fine, keep your secrets. Who could fathom what goes on in the head of a Fatebinder anyhow? Assuming he got that brand legitimately, Lantry leans in with a whisper. That marks him as a bonded retainer of Azure royalty. Safe to assume he's literate, educated, and was probably pretty wealthy up until a few years back. I'm hoping I get more information, but it seems like they didn't do anything and she's just trying to recruit them for, like, no reason? But they're supposed to go to the Bastard City? You're well-spoken and you know the laws. Indeed I am. He licks his dried lips and glances off to the side, considering. He chooses his next words cautiously. My attendants and I can be of service to the courts. My intellect would not be wasted. I can bring you a wealth of knowledge regarding Azure's history and customs, her magic and laws, her royal line. Royal line, eh? I've made my decision. The refugee nods and swallows hard. Then please do not leave me wanting in torturous wait. What is to be my fate? Are you Shakespeare? That sounds like a Shakespeare line. Send the refugees to the Bastard City to serve the courts. They have a right. Join the chorus for no fucking reason. Kill the regent blood and conscript the rest. Send the refugees to Narat's fort. Free this one. Along with his 2 attendants, do what you will with the rest. Send them to the Bastard City, and you know what? If they escape, whatever. I don't care. Thank you, Fatebinder. The refugee buries his face in his hands, shoulders trembling with overwhelming relief. You won't regret this. No, I won't, because I'm not a shitlord. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Guard shakes her head, incredulous. Long as it's no skin off my back. I mean that. It won't be my life for theirs. They escape, and I'll be sure to let everyone know it was a Fatebinder who turned them loose. I didn't turn them loose. I sent them to the thing and the thing. Also, we gotta upgrade our beefy lady. Our beefy lady. She's quite beefy. Provides bonus experience. While low on health, attacks twice. I mean, that's pretty cool. Bonus to subterfuge, precision, reduce harmful effects. I wonder if that counts for prone. She gets knocked prone a lot. I'm gonna say yes. Tell her how beefy she is. She would like that. I'd be like, ooh, kills in shadow. You're so beefy. And your trail is so stanky. And she'd be like, yes. All right.
Will do.
The cliff is perched above a distant drop, one that stretches far down into the stone sea's massiveness. Stump foot, doo. Nirek. Stumpfoot puffs out his chest. You've been pushing into my territory. It stops now. Get out, or the only thing you'll be pushing is your guts back inside the slit I open across your belly. The gang boss raises an unconcerned glass. And he still keeps talking. Why do you think I've been able to encroach this far? You're all chatter, Stumpy. Your gang deserves a leader with a spine. She draws a sharp blade as she talks. Territory war? Aren't both of your gangs in service to miseries? He twists you an odd look. And your point is what exactly? Aye, the spear might be at the top, but that doesn't mean I can't serve her interests while pursuing those of my own. She laughs pleasantly at the thought. Okay, instantly I'm gonna side with you. Because that's me. Stubby! Hey, Lounge Tiger. You've been told you need more beef in your diet? Well, get down with some beast lady, and you got plenty of beef. Fatebinder, Stumpfoot waves you over. Just the kind of unbiased opinion we need in this situation. This fetid fish tit keeps hedging my turf, angling to filch my conscripts. Push her from the stone sea, and I'll sing your praises to the voices, quick as you please. I don't need your shit here. She glances from Stumpfoot to you. So you're too afraid to fight me now that little Nirak's showing some grit, are you? To think you of all goitered shitlickers would drag the authorities into it. Typical coward. You can't even stop yourself from proving my point. Part of me wants to say she's right, and the other part is like, it just wants to murder them all because I think that's fun. I'm just gonna say she's right. She's trying to serve herself. I can't fault someone for that. He blinks at you. I'm sorry, what? Fatebinder asked you to intercede, not turn on me the first chance you get. You asked for justice. I find you too weak to lead. Or I can just shrug. You're too weak. Gang boss chuckles to herself. That's some terrific work, Stumpy. Thanks for delivering me your death on a bronze platter. Wish I had more enemies like you. Stop laughing at me! Letting out a roar of fury, Stumpfoot pounces. You attack me, bitch? You gonna regret it. I don't even have to control my people. What's up, chat? Hands off.
On it.
Okay. Give me your shit. Yeah, a little one-sided. I mean, he could have just attacked her. But he chose not to. How do I get up here? Ah, this way. So I'm gonna explore the whole area, as I am wont to do. And then Grayson said that we could talk to different merchants. And they might know how to get to the spires. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. If I can break the edict while I'm at it without getting too involved in stuff, like, that'd be great, but I'm not gonna pretend like... I'm not gonna hold my breath for anything that I want.
Leave luck to kills in shadow.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Your subterfuge is high. Bum ba da 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 dum. Bum ba da 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 dum bum ba dum. I wrote down some of the stuff that I blurted out yesterday. And I was looking at it last night going, oof. I gave a hearty oof. Tough times have befallen us.
Right.
Alright. Tough times and I'm stealing your cheese. Hey, what are you doing over here? There's so many animals that I can't interact with. A giant hole in this Plainsgate residence formed during the great quakes that shaped Azure into the stone sea. Plainsgate as a whole actually fared better than most settlements. Aw, fuck. I'm glad I just saved. Bloodchanter's eyes widen at your approach. She nearly leaps for you in her excitement. She flails her staff wildly in your direction. That's her right there! That's the Fatebinder I sent missives about. You've gained... Why? Why did I gain wrath? I ain't do nothing! The Fatebinder watches you warily as you approach, but it is only in the final breadth of distance that you realize his gaze is not following you, but the blood... Just like intercourse. The blood intercourse Deva, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. The blood and mud-caked beast woman at your heels. The hardened warrior's stance is stiff but ready. His hand rests on the iron hilt of his halberd, but he does not lift the weapon from its holster. Is there nowhere you will not traipse, creature of darkness? He demands. Is there no hovel in any realm that you beasts fear? Did not come hunting for Fatebinder. Beastwoman chuffs and tosses Nunoval a deadly grin. Her crimson eyes are bright with recognition, delight, and desire as they rove the Fatebinder of war slowly from helm to boot. But Beastwoman can see Fatebinder called Nunoval has remembered Kills and Shadows' vengeance. Yep. Blood, just like intercourse? I'd be very worried about any intercourse involving blood. Well, some people have periods. So that's the first thing. Second, some people actually do blood play, so as long as it's between consenting adults, nothing to fear. Blood sex, best sex, Deva, I see. We're learning all sorts of things about you. How are you doing? He bristles, and for a moment you worry he may actually attack, as if I could forget. He taps his chest plate with two meaty fingers, hard enough that it nearly dents. I'm not the same as I once was. Try to carve me another memento, beast, and I'll wear your pelt about my loins. I think she'd like that. Plastic sheet down first. I mean, maybe that's part of it. Maybe they like the mess. Or the reminders of good times had. The mastiff beastwoman cocks her head to one side, studying her prey. Beastwoman, too, has grown and changed. Lost tribe, lost Havenlands. Follows Alpha, who is human, who is also called Fatebinder, to survive. She sits back on her haunches and huffs, allowing the tension between them to ease. Nunoval considers her words before nodding once, gruffly, setting the matter aside for the time being. How am I? I'm fine. I fear that the Valyrian tea is not really doing as much as I hoped it would. Jordana. The Fatebinder of War tips his head to you. He bears a wide, boyish grin. It's a strange image, framed by the scruff of his beard, and contrasted by the harshness of his years. Thought the scamp I've been hearing about might have been you? No matter where you moor, you churn up awake, do you not, my friend? Good to see you. And you as well. He rests a hand on the haft of his halberd, but it's merely a habitual relaxed gesture. He rubs at his beard thoughtfully, posture utterly at ease. Now what's this about you withholding arcane knowledge from the blood chanters? Wait, what? His friendly demeanor suddenly turns harsh, rough and jagged as stone. I'm here following a flood of formal requests to adjudicate in your trial. That's right. After dozens of missives reporting our grievances, a Fatebinder has finally come to investigate our claims. What complaints have been arraigned against me? The blood chanters must protest most gravely. Fatebinder Jordana has roused ancient, long-slumbering magic throughout the spires. We do not know if this magic is something Kairos has forbidden along with the old walls, but we do know that whatever the Fatebinder has gleaned, as a result, she has not shared with us. Yet we are entitled to any weapon that will aid us in winning Kairos' war. So you have nothing. She nods, face flushed with exuberance. Well, now you've heard my charges. My duty is to interpret and enact Kairos' will. The blood chanters have no say in what I do. Also, this is proof. This is not proof, it's hearsay. Fatebinder's hard work is met with frivolous and fraudulent disputes. I find this tiring. How much will it cost to simply wash my hands? If I acquiesce... blah blah. My duty is to Kairos. The Fatebinder nods, having no dispute with your supposition. Jordana speaks true. The authority of a Fatebinder grants us answer to Tunon and Kairos alone. Those who seek to impede our duties will suffer the wrath of the court firsthand. He steps closer to Ignatia. Heavy armor shifting on his frame. Have you any proof of actual wrongdoing, Blood Chanter? Or have you summoned Tunan's Fatebinder of War for no reason? No, Fatebinder Nunovo. I swear, it's true, I swear by... Then I would deem the only guilty party here is you, guilty of wasting my time and guilty of slandering a Fatebinder. He studies the Blood Chanter who accused you, who is now red-faced and furious, but has no legal standing in which to protest. So, the Fatebinder of War scratches thoughtfully behind his ear. What ought we to do with the Blood Chanter who has offended your name? Pay me, burn her on a pyre. I'll leave it to your judgment. Feeling generous, Jordana. I believe this degree of slander typically calls for a flogging. A flog! A flog! The Fatebinder claps you on the back with the full weight of his strength. In any case, this matter is now closed. I'll see to the Chanter's punishment. Then you must drink with me until we forget this day indeed. Beastwoman wants to drink with Fatebinders also. Can find den place for food and bathing? What? Why? 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 Are you giving me wrath? I didn't do anything. Yes, I have played D&D. I did. Well, I grew up playing Neverwinter Nights, role-playing on Neverwinter Nights custom servers. But that's essentially D&D in a computer game. But my first, pen and paper only experience, I did a one-shot during the Day-Night Festival a couple of years ago, and some friends of mine and I are in the middle of what was supposed to be a one-shot, but is now becoming a three-shot, but we have yet to do the third installment. I've been meaning to bring it up with them and be like, hey, when? And my dad was always making me make characters. He's like, you don't have to play. Just make a character. Just make a character. The Fatebinder of War watches silent, without so much as a shrug or a sigh. And for a man of both his stature and sheer size, you wonder why he allows the Chanter's rampage. Finally, once she's stomped far enough that his eyes can no longer follow her, he splits a wide grin for you and offers to lead the way to a place he knows that happens to serve sweet mulberry mead. Oh, we're just here now. Okay. It seems to be something you'd be good at and enjoy. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's if you count Neverwinter, I've been role-playing since... Well, if you count Neverwinter as D&D, then I've been playing for more than half my life. But I've been role-playing since I was about 12. And before that I was in plays and camp and school plays and stuff, and yeah. Slightly modified D&D, so it counts in my opinion. I think so too. It was based on 3rd edition. I loved that game so much. I miss... I always wanted to get back into role-playing, and I tried Grand Theft Auto, and I didn't dislike it entirely, but I feel like it's harder if you're not either law enforcement or criminal to have longer form interactions. At least maybe that's just what I've found, or maybe I just wasn't on at the right time or whatever. And also the world is not one that I love. I much prefer the fantasy setting. I played on a Wheel of Time server. I played on a server with custom lore. I just I miss the feel of sitting around for hours and hours and hours and just typing stuff to people. There's something about it that just... I miss it. I still think about it often, and I think about all the stories. My dad and I talk about it a lot, because the server that I mentioned with the custom lore, my dad was, he helped build and DM that server. So we talk about that server a lot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no worries, Bear, whenever it happens. Enjoy more of the mechanics and making characters and actually doing role-playing. But I've done drama and performing arts and loved it, so go figure. Well? Huh. Maybe... I don't know. It's a little strange. You lurch on gawkish feet, straw and grit stuck to your face, a cloying aftertaste of fruit, meat, and something carnal leaden on the back of your tongue. Your head throbs with too many braggart tales, and perhaps not for the first time, you're glad for the momentary reprieve from Nunoval's hearty laughter. So we went and got drunk? And now we're on the other side of... No, he led me right over to misery. Get me out of here. Da, 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 dum. Da, 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 dum, bum, ba, dum. Be interested in role-playing if you'd have me? Of course. Ooh, what's this glowy?
Have a look here.
Who is this? Skovic? There's something in there. I'm gonna look at all of your stuff and probably not take it. Yeah, I don't need that. You can keep your things. I just wanted to see what the things were. Fatebinder of Tunon. Mercy! Please, Mercy, kill me. End my torment. I'm begging you. He dry retches, quivering and covered in blood. If I'm going to order your death, I need to hear what crimes you've committed to warrant it. He starts to nod, but it turns to a halted cringe. How's this for you? I killed an entire village. Men, women, and children, crushed with the snap of my staff, because I had to know if I could do it. I slaughtered them in a landslide and listened to their screams. He grimaces a smile at the memory, despite his pain. You have no idea how exhilarating it felt. He eyes you discerningly, or maybe you do. Lean into him and whisper, "Come closer." Sounds like you've done nothing wrong under magician's folly. I don't know what magician's folly is. Does anyone know? If you know what that is, can you tell me? Because I don't want to make a decision and then be mad about it. Like, is this guy tied up, or is he just, like, wounded? My stream title made you cringe? Yas! Cringe me daddy! How you doing, precious poop? We like to yell something something daddy here because it's funny. Marketing materials, including the various laws of Kairos. Should I send them to you so you can consult that stuff? Are you... Wait, for real? Or are you making a joke based on that one guy with the... You should have read the promotional materials. You're not joking? Oh my god, that would have been an excellent joke. I thought you were joking. Because remember the guy from on YouTube with the... with the, with The Witcher 3. They were like, you need to have read all 87 books and have... This was in the promotional materials. It's stupid that that's a spoiler. I was like, really, dude? You needed to have watched all the promotional materials before you played this game. How dare you? I totally thought you were joking. Yeah, that would be useful. So I can reference them later. Because that was the other thing, is that I don't know Kairos' laws as well as my character is supposed to know them. Yeah, I did. I totally did complain about that. Hope you're doing well too? I'm okay. So no one knows what Magician's Folly is? It was brought up before, but I don't think I ever got to know. What that was. I mean, this dude's like clearly suffering and dying. I can't tell if he's I think I'm gonna pick, willfully breaking Kairos' peace. I can't tell if this guy's tied up or not. Based on how his character model is here, I think so. Does that have anything to do, with Magician's Folly? Also, I don't want to click away while I'm in dialogue. Favor. A fitting end? He grunts, nearly breathless from the pain. So long as it comes quickly, I have no care as to how it's done. Please, hurry and send for my executioners. Do not make me wait and wonder, wishing every moment for it to come. I would have prolonged it myself. Each of those villages had a life to live. The rest of his miserable existence should be spent paying for their deaths. Does that happen often? Folks trying to use you as a means of suicide? I've been tied to a Scarlet Chorus post. I know that desire to be free, even if it means death. Alright, so I am going to take all this stuff now that I know this is, oh, he's gone. Is this Rubby time? It's a scroll. Sigil of Bounding Bolts. Those work parts matter which is inadvertently causes harm due to the unknowable perils of magic. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for looking that up for me. I appreciate it. Yeah, he definitely was not under Magician's Folly. He just wanted to see if he could. Had nothing to do with anything. You dead kid. We gonna make sure that you get slaughtered. Get way down. Alright, so now we're back where we were. You're the Fatebinder that everyone's been talking about. Favor. Ooh, they love me. I just wanted you to know that a lot of us up here are grateful that you got the farmland restored after Cairn torn the land up. Life in Plainsgate is tough, but at least we don't have to worry about starvation. Is there something I can do for you? What do you do in Plainsgate? A little bit of everything, really. I'm decently handy with tools, and the buildings here are always in need of repairs. What can you tell me about those who defy Kairos? The Beastmen are the ones who oppose Kairos in these parts. We're standing on the bones of Azure, but below that are ruins of the Beastman ancestral territory. When the realm of Azure rose in power, they enslaved the hideous creatures and consigned them to lives of hard labor. Ever since Cairn fell and the edict devastated the land, the Beastmen have started to reclaim Stone Sea. If you find yourself in their presence, tread with caution. The Beastmen are territorial and resort to violence with little provocation. Violence against humans is always justified, because always humans are provoking beast women, are stabbing at beastmen with sharpened sticks or cutting words. She curls her elongated, wickedly curved claws as she rumbles her warning. Do not blame beast women for lacking patience. Do humans not also swat at buzz-biting, swarming flies? Perhaps wisely, Hagrin says nothing in reply to the incensed beast, shrinking in on himself slightly and licking dry, chapped lips. However, he furrows you a glance as if to say see before looking away. Yeah, I don't know.
On it.
But I don't know how I would look at that in dialogue. If it doesn't have the tooltip, I mean. Okay. So I'm gonna come back down here, because there's stuff in the middle here. Lena Left Claw Lopez? We also know that Misery is over here, and I want to avoid her. Make sure you guys are watering yourselves. I'm hoping to find some merchants so we can find the spires without me needing to talk to Misery. This one looks like a pushover. Says, someone who doesn't know any better. Shut it. Don't you recognize Tunin's Fatebinder when you see her? Overlord's blessings on you, Fatebinder. Yeah, somebody clearly did not know who the fuck I is. Yeah, I want to avoid her because I don't want to accidentally get cutscened. Yeah, it does not go well. That is true. Give me what's in their pretty jars. I'll make sure you regret it. If I gave away merchandise to the Scarlet Chorus... Something. There's a dog. Please, my family is hungry enough as it is. Can I talk to... Okay, I can talk to you. Aren't you the Fatebinder who saved us from Cairn? Oh, they love me here. They love me. Plainsgate serves as the crossroads of the Stone Sea, surviving off profits made from supplying travelers with basic goods and materials. I'm sorry I made you yawn. Oh my god, I need a merchant hardcore. I need some hardcore merchanting right now. Why don't these stack? Oh, that's frustrating. If I already have a stack of something, put it with the other stuff. Yeah, see, like, I don't want this stuff in here. I don't want stuff that I can sell in here. I want consumables in here, as long as they're not health potions. And those things. The materials of whatever. You get it. You get what I'm trying to say, I think. I hope. Yeah, I just want stuff to stack. I don't mind so much not having it sorted. Oh, I was gonna ask you guys
On it.
what you got up to since
Maybe
I saw
I found
you last.
something.
I know I asked
Or
you at the
maybe
beginning of
I've
the stream. But yeah, I finished catching up on Runaways. I started Jessica Jones season 3. Jessica was making me a little bit melancholy for reasons, but I'm excited to watch the rest of that. I also need to read more. My book is gonna be due back at the library soon. Alright. Oh, let's interfere here. I just saved. What's going on? Who are you? What's this now, a fate binder in Plainsgate? The battle-scarred fury looks you up and down, unimpressed. Then he scratches the end of a dirty thumbnail across the pock-marked front of his throat in thought. Since you're here, you might be interested in our little predicament. What do you want? Hedgy, ain't you, boss? Don't worry, our little scheme has potential for profit written all over it. You see that lumbering beast they got chained there? He juts his chin in gesture toward the crowd. What about him? A prisoner? What crime has he committed? Suppose that's for you to decide, isn't it? A group of townsfolk caught the beast a ways outside the city night before last. Don't know whether he's done it or not, but they're wailing he ate one of their own. Now they want nothing but to string him up or skin him alive. Is strange. Left Claw would not be so easily caught, yep. Packmate is weak but smart hunter. Does not stray close to human burrows. Muscles in his neck visibly tense, but otherwise he does nothing to acknowledge the beastwoman's claim. After a beat of silence, he scuffs a foot in the dirt and coughs to clear his throat. Of course the idiot won't talk. Does nothing but snaps and drools and growls. So it won't be long till they've killed him. What a waste of a warrior. Slowly, he runs a finger along the scar that marks the length of his throat. He peers intensely at you from behind the furrowed eye slits of his mask. Unless, of course, someone were to intervene? You're looking to recruit him, huh? A real clever one, aren't you? Good. Then that makes this easy. If you understand that the Scarlet Chorus is needing to grow our ranks, then you also must know why we'd want a beastman, especially a killer like him. Even a beast should recognize how they'd prosper in the Scarlet Chorus. The strong lead without apology, and the weak are cold. It's just the natural order. Knives! Hi. Are you lurking? Thanks for lurking.
Give me that slow lurk, BB.
Not much, just chilled mainly. Gotta go out tomorrow and get some groceries done and stuff. Hey, just be glad that it's the lurk that's slow. How are you doing today? Like to ASMR? I only do the weirdest ASMR. I only do ASMR-esque things if I feel it'll make someone uncomfortable. Because I think that's so funny. What else could possibly be slow? Teabagging. Off the top of my head, being neck deep. You'd be surprised how much people pay for weird ASMR. Well, show me the money, baby. If that shit was lucrative for me, I'd do it all the time. That would be my, like, off-stream income source. You guys are supposed to be slow. Okay, fine. We also have the Lecta Oni-chan voice. That's true. That's very true. Knives got a little taste of that the other... This is gonna sound very lewd. Knives got a little taste of that the other night. I mentioned to you guys that Meg was playing custom Overwatch games with people, and we were all on mic together, so of course, me being me, I had to do some weird shit. It's weird when people point it out.
Oh, look!
And I'll do my best.
I love it!
Knives, 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 knives. I hope you enjoy your welcome dance. We're welcoming you to the court of the hype, so we dance. Oh, we dance. Woo! Yay. Yeah, I'll make sure to point it out as much as possible. Loved the vagina song at the end of the stream yesterday. Oh, thank you. I enjoyed singing the vagina song. It's good stuff. Alright, what is this character saying to me? I'm doing what I can to keep the lynchers at bay, but there's no abating their anger. We won't be able to keep them off the beast much longer. I'll settle this matter under my own discretion as a fatebinder. Aces, boss. The Scarlet Fury fingers his neck scar thoughtfully. I'll leave it to you then. It's finally someone who does more voices than me. Oh, so many voices. We have Gerlat. Gerlat is, he likes the vodka. And we also have the ordering lady. She likes to order things. We've got, sometimes I do this voice. I do voices out of fucking nowhere, too, that don't have, like, names. But we have, like, all this lore for Gerlat. Gerlat's got his own lore. Yeah, they just show up. Let's see, we've got Lena, we've got Marissa, and Left Claw, I think. I think those are the only named people who we haven't spoken to. Hey, Wormy, what's up? Disturbing child voice is some people here's favorite. Yes.
I can tell you all about things that should be slow.
Ooh, an orc voice. Cool.
Hi.
I also really like to use, like, sex line operator voice to say stuff that can't possibly be a euphemism. Because I find that really funny. Kill the beast. Kill the beast. What are we in fucking Beauty and the Beast here? Am I disturbing you? How would you know? Because they used to have ads on cable. Call now and talk to one of our hot singles or whatever, whatever they say. You won't regret your time. You know, whatever they say. It's that voice. So, but like, I like to say stuff in that voice like, I stubbed my toe. I really need to do dishes. It's like stuff that's not in any way, shape, or form a euphemism for anything. Stubbing the toe? That's a kink I've not heard of. Baby. I thought you were just feeding me Necrophos lines. Dota character. I know, I talk about Dota a lot. I actually brought that up the other day. Playing innocent is the easiest banter to play off of. Personally not uncomfortable. Maybe if it was in real life, I couldn't simply close the tab. Life Stealer best herb? You mean hero? He's not bad. I aesthetically really like Naga Siren and Death Prophet. I think they're pretty cool. Necrophos is also just a really neat character. I play position 5 support though, so I play a lot of Witch Doctor and Dazzle and all that sort of thing. Saw my Tidehunter makeup? Thank you! Thank you for the thumbs up. I tried real hard. Imagine if you had to leave if you made a typo. Either no one would ever be in chat, or people would like obsessively check what they write. I also think Tiny's cool. He's just a bunch of rocks. Kill the beast. 50 bronze rings to drape his pelt over my wagon. The riding settler notices you and pauses. You're the Fatebinder we heard was coming around, aren't you? Folk from Tunan's court don't often make it to these parts. What do you need from the likes of me? Where were you during Karen's attack? It was my mother's idea to put some distance between us and Azure. She knew better than to run afoul of the Scarlet Chorus on their march. Others didn't believe in the army's atrocities, but that would be their burden to discover, not ours. We had a little farm some distance south. I'm sure it's not but a memory of broken stone now, but for a time it was our refuge from the war. We only came back when things quieted down. I understand you're having some issues? That goes without saying. As long as there are beastmen, there will be a problem. Case in point, this one killed a settler night before last. She gestures beyond the crowd. If the savages are hunting our people, then we need to return the violence tenfold. I doubt the hairy, shit-stained freaks will respond to anything less than a massacre. Stone Stalkers are not hunting humans in den called Plainsgate. If were, all humans would be dead. Largest spanning beast tribe. Were born wild, yearn to range free. I'm inclined to believe Kills in Shadow. Fell out of MOBAs, but I just love telling people Lifestealer's the best because he is my main. Nothing wrong with that. Oh god, I love Dota so much. And I just really love MOBAs in general. Just like most MOBAs. If I sit down to play a MOBA, chances are I will enjoy it. I just love the gameplay. Give me some lanes. Give me, control over one hero. Taking down towers. I don't know what it is. I just love it. Need help. Send soon. Yeah, I think Tiny is adorable though. I made a tiny keycap. What if you want me in Smite? I don't play Smite. If I'm gonna play also, I'm a position 5 support. I'm not gonna 1v1 you. That's some mid shit right there. Why would I do that? If I was gonna play a MOBA that wasn't Dota, it would either have to be Heroes of the Storm, because that's what a lot of my friends play, or, and that's the only reason I would play, if they were like, hey, we're gonna play Heroes of the Storm, I would be like, alright, I'll play with you. Or I would go back to Vainglory, because I loved Vainglory. Again, I played a support in that game, so I got tired of... My friends they had different schedules for me, so I couldn't play with them. Yeah, we don't... Tank main in... I don't know anything about Smite, other than the fact that I don't play it. But yeah, Dota's all about what lane your hero goes in. Let me jump back in to see new gods and never look back. Okay, alright, fair. He says he didn't do it, but that's a load of dung. Don't trust anything that a beast claims. If they can talk, then they can surely lie. Then surely they can lie. Why not consider it? New recruits... Even if the Beastman slew you, he's committed no crime. Plainsgate is not subject to the protection of Kairos' peace. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. He could be telling the truth. Aren't you a trusting little nuthook? What's a nuthook? And where can I get one? This sounds like something I need in my life. Can I have a nuthook? These creatures are as thick as they are dumb. If the beast is telling the truth, it's only because he's too stupid to remember doing the crime. Lore, it's me. Yeah, Wrath, whatever. I still have 3 favor. She seems about to protest, but stops herself. You're right. I wouldn't want to run afoul of Tunin. Any friend of the Archon is welcome to conduct their affairs here, especially if it gets us into favor with Kairos. I have a hard time imagining the beast is innocent, but then I suppose it's not for me to judge. Just look at it. She looks back at the prisoner and grimaces. Okay, bye. I've been thinking about picking Vainglory up again, but I still have Dota. Like, if I'm gonna devote time to a game that's not one that I'm streaming, it's gonna be Dota. I've been playing a lot of turbo matches, which is like the fast, like, it's fake Dota. It's the fake Dota mode where you each get your own courier that automatically brings shit to you, and it's increased golden XP. But that's because I've been having to play alone. I don't want to play an hour-long match by myself without any friends, you know? Hang the mangy beast. Hang the beast. I thought you had a name. Okay. Well,
Will do.
let's go ahead and touch upon this. Wait. Touch the beast. Been meaning to try turbo mode to get back into it. Yeah, it's good. It's good to I've also been doing, I don't know if you have kept up with any of the like pro scene at all, but you know, TI just happened, the International just happened, so they had the compendium and they have a jungle within the compendium, so you have to like get wins with different heroes and then you get a skin. So I've been trying to make my way through the jungle. And you need 2 wins with each hero, but it's a lot of heroes that I've never used before. But like, even if I fuck up real bad, it's usually about a 20-minute game. So yeah. Examine. The Beastman lies bound and unable to move. Speak. As you approach, you take a good look at the area where the townspeople have chained a beastman brutally and on display like some kind of public attraction. He watches his tormentors, visibly exhausted and weary, battered and bloodied, and stinking of urine and old meat. Beastman snarls and snaps at you, drooling tiredly as he strains against his bonds. His eyes are wide with fear, but his limbs droop tiredly, and his whole body trembles. Back away, or lose both life and limb. Left Claw has killing teeth, can still maim human. Hush and lie still. Do not snarl at Alpha if Beastman wants to be freed. Ooh, gained your favor. The Beastman cries and jerks, really flooding him at the sight of his kith. Kills in shadow, he yelps. Left Claw hoped Pack Alpha would come. Please, help Beastman. The Beastwoman growls a deep, rumbled warning. Has Beastman forgotten how to listen? When to obey? Said be quiet. Stop useless whimpering. Kills in shadow is no longer Alpha of Pack. She glances to you, obviously worried about the captive Beastman, despite her ruthless show of bravado. Beastwoman falls Fatebinder now. Tell us what happened. Yeah, I think we saw that he was with her at the time. Humans claim Beastman killed settlers, but Beastman has only hunted brown boar. Stonestalkers don't eat meat from humans. Tell settlers. He growls, angry and afraid. I'm sorry I can't do their voices. That's too much for my little vocal cords. Left Claw is good hunter. Tracked boar for tribe, but got bit by Iron Maw. Ah, they had a trap down. Near ridge to human bled and bled. Thought would have to rip through leg. Then sun woke and humans came, howling threats. The settlers have confessed, but I'm willing to listen. And yeah, I would agree with this statement as well. The Beastman nods and licks at a dark patch of blood. Dried blood on his upper lip. Then human will free Beastman? I have no sympathy for bigots. You're free to go. If the crowd bothers you, they can deal with me. I'd like to hear more evidence on the matter, just so that I have something better to tell the townspeople. I want to hear more evidence. Proof? Proof of Beastman's mistake? Of Beastman's shame? Of being caught like prey? Left Claw cannot show boar's carcass to human. Rot-smelling chorus pack burned carcass to earth blood and ash. But human can see where trap gnawed into Left Claw's ankle, yes? Can see how Beastman was tricked? Excuse me, Beach. He's a beast, and he was caught coated in blood. What more evidence of guilt could you need? And besides, it was the chorus that dragged him in. They saw his guilt firsthand. Was it now? You know, I think I recalled that it was a few of mine who first found the beast. Saw him gorging on a villager. Of course, they had to burn the body, to pay their respects, you know. He's clearly lying. Sure, that sounds truthful and completely legitimate. Welcome back, Bear. Yeah, that's clearly a lie. How many villagers disappeared? Were any bones found from their bodies? Who doesn't disappear these days? We've lost so many I can scarcely keep count. Scavengers set for the valley but never return. Even skilled ones like Drakad have surely been eaten. All any of you have is hearsay. On either side, I think is the best thing I can say. Yeah, they're gonna they're mad at me now. She pales and stumbles a step backwards, but a body in the raucous crowd behind her jostles forward. What do you mean to say, Fatebinder? Of course you're the authority on the matter, with Lord Tunan's power. You can see the truth of things, even hidden ones. I know. I've heard the northern stories. Alpha will support Bolverk's wishes. Bolverk? She growls menacingly at the crowd. We'll help beast women and beast men to survive. The beastman's broad chest heaves as his fear ratchets up, and he pants rapidly, struggling to breathe. What will humans do with Left Claw? Either free beastman or end beastman's suffering. Free you and decree your innocence. The settlers will kill you if you linger. I don't think he did anything. Like, I think Kills in Shadow would have said something. But I believe that they don't eat people. They just eat animals. And I'm not sending him to the Scarlet Chorus, because clearly this fucker lied. To get him in the thing. Loyalty and favor and wrath with Tunin, but whatever. Really? Is true? He whimpers and quivers with gratitude, and for a moment he turns a violent, bloodthirsty gaze on the crowd before him. But then it's gone once more, and he's once more panting, harmless, eyes darting in search of the easiest escape route. Left Claw won't forget help from human. I didn't even gain rank 1 for that. I can't believe you freed that monster. Fatebinder, we both know that beastmen are a plague on our culture. We can't hope to restore our former glory while they think us little more than prey. They should be hunted to extinction or groveling at our feet, not left to seek bloody vengeance on us. Where is justice to be found if not in your ruling? I will find another way to serve Plainsgate's interests, but this isn't it. Also, this. I suppose it's good to hear that Tunin's agent hasn't forsaken us entirely, then. In these dark times, it seems like we're only growing more reliant on the forces of Kairos for our survival. Ooh, 4 wrath and 4 favor. Farewell, Fatebinder. Try not to forget us as you go to set the war aright. You may have every resource of the tiers at your disposal, but we only have this rock. Yeah, they're all mad at me. I don't care. That's fine. I'd much rather have the favor of Kills in Shadow than rando townsfolk who really still think highly of me. Okie dokie, smoky, choky, faloki. That was a lot of sentences there. What'd I get? Accent that creates less powerful bounces. Boing, 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 boing. I still haven't found any merchants. What's this? Critical hit deflection. I mean, that's neat and all. Settlers' residence, settlers' residence. Let's, come over here. I still don't want to talk to Misery. Oh, Misery. Oh, Misery. Tell me, why does my heart make a fool of me? I love Pink. Guess it's my destiny for love to cause me misery. Oh, misery. Guess it's all meant to be for love to cause me misery. Oh, yeah. Misery. Nice to find a fellow fan. Hell yeah, dude. Ah, she is such an amazing person. I love her. Hardcore. Yeah. Misunderstood was my first album. I only actually own 2 of them. I own Misunderstood and Funhouse. She's great. I did know that, yes. She didn't change her name. Her husband's last name is Hart. Corey Hart. I just never bothered to look into it. I mean, I just call her Pink anyway because I don't, know her like that. How do you do, Fatebinder? It's a great day in Plainsgate, isn't it? Sure. What can this rickety old man do for you? Know anything about Karen's defeat? I heard the stories about Karen's fall, heaving and hollering, doubled over, and racking the ground with every footstep. Eventually he got down to crawling, moaning like a pregnant sow, shuddered and fell flat at Howling Rock. That's when the ground tried to swallow him. Said he's been rumbling ever since. How do I get to Howling Rock? Don't know, Fatebinder, but I can direct you to Stone Down, the crossroads of the Stone Sea. It'll get you to just about anywhere else in the region, mostly. Thank you. What can you tell me about the Spires? I imagine you've had dealings with travelers from those areas. Can't say I know much about them, per se. I do, however, come across some interesting items from those parts now and again. For example, just last week, I had someone sell me a charcoal rubbing that was taken from inside one of the spires. Rubby, 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 rubby. Give me the rubby! That fella hasn't been back since. Said he was heading out to Stone Down, so can't really ask him questions about it, unfortunately. Maybe worth having a look at. What do you do here in town? Well, I'm your man for anything you need. Weapons? Got a few that work. Armor? As long as you like it nicked. Need a sheep? I got sheep. I also trade in relics, but haven't gotten my hand on a good one in a long while. Although, maybe you could change that. When Azure split into the Stone Sea, the plains surged about, instantly ravaged. A lot of people got swallowed. A lot of our settlements got spit out. Now it's a sad history, but the rest of us, we've got to live on, draw on our own destinies. Erison rubs his shaking and gnarled liver-spotted hands together, licks his dry, chapped lips. You've heard of the Everwell, haven't you? It's rumored to have recently surfaced in the Stone Sea. The Everwell! Kairos' tit! What a treasure! You could pry the gems off for all I care. Just imagine what I could do with an endless supply of ink. Not only is it bejeweled, but the Everwell's a relic of arcane origins. Every Azurian knows the tales of the blue inkwell that never ran dry, that disappeared in a splash of stone during the edict. Should think the sages would pay a pretty penny for such a fine tool. Find it and we'll be swimming in ink and rings. The way I heard the tale, the Everwell was originally made by the sages, but in 238, Sage Parsing Lark offended the Queen of Azure on a visit, never came back alive. Since the Everwell happened to be close enough to Azure in color to amuse the Queen, she kept the relic for herself, then used it to write the sages a thank you note for the gift. We stole it back in 246, then somehow lost it again in 350, in what I can assume is a manner so humiliating and dim-witted that my brethren couldn't bring themselves to note why in the histories. All right, I'm intrigued. Where do I search? Lantry's excited. That gets me excited. Had a crush on Pink when you were younger. She's a good lady to have a crush on. Good lady to have a crush on. I admire her too much. Like, I want to be her more than I want to be with her. Too much to have a crush. We're talking about Pink. But yeah, you want to talk about a crush? Go for it. How you doing, JP? If these ears heard true, you ought to start in the Stone Down. This'll be good use, you'll see. I've never peddled an enchanted item of such power before. I heard once that the Everwell was spilled and damn near sprang a lake before it could be righted. Don't forget, Fatebinder. You find it, you bring it to me. It was my knowledge that set you on the search. Anything important going on in town? Not really. The population's withered like a dry vine. But business keeps steady enough. There's plenty of travelers who pass by on their way to Azure's Plains. Why? Not the safest place? Died or fled? Sea floor. It's dangerous. Perish while waiting for lost treasures. Used to be farmland. Now look at her. Nothing but rocks and shards of ruin. I'd like to talk about something else. Show me what you have for sale. Mainly because I want to... oh, actually, just kidding. Crushed granite. Okay. I just want to double check these items. Rawr. Sky Blade Javelin. It's not as good. How about this shield? I like the stuff on this shield. Ooh. However, the extra parry is pretty good. Yeah, I'll take 0.2 recovery for that. Or, wait. Minus 10% recovery time. Does that show in this or not? Increased movement speed. Let me just see. Yeah, that's a +5. Okay. So I do not want this. I'm gonna keep this for now. Scavenger's mask. It's not as good as what I've got. What about for you? She's wearing the exact same thing. What about for you? No. Alright, so we sell that. Sell that. What's this? Iron spear. The deeps is not good enough. So we sell that. Switch you back. Land trade, my dear. Yeah, Staff of Hours is just too good. And these are all right. I kind of wanted to hang on to these because they were cool. These 3 things here. I can sell one of these cleansing charms. Bronze Tower shield is different. Recovery is +8 though, which is no thank you. Recovery is +5. So this is +5, but I get a bonus. No one's gonna use that. These are more duties. How about you? Is duties for you? Same for you. Duties for you? I don't like adding any recovery time, so... Nah. Nah, bruh. Nah. Nah. Nah, bruh. Nah. Nah. Some people are into getting crushed. Some people are into pretty much everything. Avril Lavigne. Oh, I love her. Hey! That was the first album I bought with my own money. Let Go by Avril Lavigne. My dad's best friend, used to work for a record company. And he brought over a VHS tape with her first music video on it. And he showed it to us. He's like, I want to know what you think about this. And I watched the video, heard the song, and I was like, I love it! I love it! And he was like, all right, I guess I'll back her, or whatever he said. I don't know exactly what he did for the record company. But he was like, yeah, we'll do this Avril Lavigne thing. And I was like, ah! So, of course, like, you know, I was a fan before she even had an album out. So then when it came out, I bought it on release day. I went to the record store and bought it. Shifting conversation, yeah, it happens. We have multiple conversations going sometimes. Crushed balls are a kink. I wouldn't recommend it. Sounds pretty dangerous. I mean, but if you don't want kids, who cares? Question mark? But yeah. So it was the first album I bought with my own money. And I bought it on release day. And I was one of the first people to see her music video, who was just like a rando and not, you know, working for someone or something. She married the dude from Nickelback? Oh no. Wasn't she she was with the lead singer of Sum 41 for a little while. Don't want any of your internals damaged. Well, it's not your kink, so of course you're gonna be like, no thanks. You still want to have them? You can still have them. They're just... they're just a little smushed. Anyway, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing here. I like to keep my trinkets. I don't know why. Just in case. Clearly selling this. Iron spear. Gotta check. I know I keep flip-flopping back and forth. I'm sorry. I think she has this because her bow is way better. Yeah, way better. Alright, so we sell that. What's this? Iron javelin. Ooh, I need to go back. I need to go back. I could get scorn. Which is an exquisite, like, masterwork javelin that I'm having them make. Right, and I was gonna... I think all of these were things that we had said we were gonna sell. How about bronze dagger? You like a bronze dagger? No? Iron axe. Leathers. I told you guys about Mildred and Barney. Mildred and Barney, together we'll make it. Mildred and Barney, together we'll make it. The love that we share could never compare. Mildred and Barney, together we'll make it. Oh God. And for those of you who are confused, don't be confused. It's, so Mildred and Barney is, these weird characters that a friend of mine and I made up when we were younger. They're an old married couple. I forget how old we supposedly were, but we were very old, and we would say, we're vegetarian S&Mers. We don't use leather. And that was our theme song, because apparently we had a TV show. I don't know why Mildred and Barney had a TV show, but they did. We also had a couple of friends. We had Agnes and... What was Reggie's name? Agnes and... I don't remember. But yes, Mildred and Barney. Vegetarian S&Mers. Ring blade. Let's hang on to that for a little bit. We've got such great weapons. I don't want to just give them up. Anyway, I'm going to sell my stuff to this dude. It does limit your dating options more than most people would think. But even so, you don't want to, like, keep your ability to have kids just to attract somebody. Because if you don't want kids, that's not going to change. Like, if you don't want them, you don't want them, whether or not you are capable of having them or not. Yeah, like, that's already a pool of people that you wouldn't want to date because you want different things in life. So much you have for sale. I clicked too fast.
We gotta do it slow.
Just the way Knives likes it.
Slow.
Alright, and I think I will... I don't want to give up some of these. I'll keep the ones that are named, which I guess is all of these, and then I'll sell the other ones, so which is what I'm doing. Okay, fine. Sell that shit.
Right.
What I hate is when you tell someone you don't want kids and they try to change your mind. Yeah, or like, you'll feel different when you're older. How much older do I gotta be? We were talking about crushing balls, JP. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible for people to change their minds, but they're not going to change their minds because someone convinced them. They're going to change their minds because they thought about what they wanted in life. Table is supported by a few flimsy planks of wood. It's surprised it's still upright given the tremors in the area. I'm here to look at your stuff. I will not take it. But I will unlock your things. What we got in here? Settlers. That's what I said! I wasn't disagreeing with you, or implying that you thought differently. My nan asks me if I'll have kids. I'd respond with, I'm a vegetarian. Ha. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, so... He said that he could get me to wherever the fuck. But I'm not seeing a place to get to wherever the fuck. If you have already learned the path to Stone Down, head there. Yeah, but he told me he could tell me how to get there, so if I'm not able to get there, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, also I'm supposed to go on a break. Alright, so we'll see if it's an option. And yeah, I agree with you, Crimson Surge. Excuse me? Alright, I'm gonna just... Alt-tab out of the game. I'm gonna take a brief break so that I can get some more water, and stretch and use the bathroom. And when I come back, we will be doing more Tyranny. We'll see what the dude who ran up to me wants.